What is up, guys, and welcome back to another day here at Whitley Auto Works. Today is all about rust repair, guys. I've got a 2004 Dodge Neon SRT4 that I recently picked up. Really cool car, really fun to drive, but it has some rust issues, particularly in the lower rocker region on both sides of this car, as I later find out. And I'm no welder. I have done a few panels in my past, but just nothing really significant. Today, this is going to be a little bit of a project, guys, because all I have is a Lincoln welder. It's a MIG welder, gasless, so not really the best. I've got 22 gauge steel that I'm working with, and like I said, I'm no welder, so I'm going to show you guys my process, what I'm doing, how I do it, and we're going to learn together today. So, all right, without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, this isn't going to be a how-to per se. This is just basically how I'm doing it and what I'm using to get by. I have my arc voltage on the lowest setting and my wire speed is on 2. I'm using flux core wire, so that'll help me out a little bit. As far as everything goes, obviously you got a ground and then you got the actual welding trigger. You squeeze it and it feeds the wire out, guys. I usually start with my wire about ½ an inch, give me a little bit of room to work with so I can see what I'm doing. And basically I get on it, I hit it for like 2 seconds and I pull off, because it burns so hot with this that it will burn through and you'll get holes. So I'm basically having to stitch weld or tack weld it all the way around, and you want to jump all around your panels as you're doing it. That way you don't overheat a certain area and get too much warpage. Now, these are not cosmetic repairs. Everything I'm doing is going to be kind of hidden. So, the side skirt I have over here will actually cover it and go over the top. So I'm not really worried about that, other than the parts you'll see where I get into the actual door. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so I thought I was recording. Apparently not. Remember that rust spot I had the other day? Yeah, I'm going to have to treat it. We're going to seal it up. I'm going to get a piece of metal to cut the size. I will have to drill one hole in it. This is where the side skirt clips in. But yeah, try to get as much rust out as you can. I'm going to treat it, spray it with some rust preventer, and then I'll probably hit it with some weld through primer, cut me a piece to shape of some metal, and seam it back up, guys. Woo, that's a lot of rust. Alright, guys, so I'm going to be hitting this with some Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer. This will treat the areas. I've grinded into the rusted areas as best as I can. I'm going to treat it and seal everything up with this. Then I'm going to go back again. I'll grind all the edges around, and I'll hit the whole thing with some weld through primer and then seal it up. So that's my game plan. Let's get some squirts in here. Try to seal it up best I can and not get past this line right here, because this is where my side skirt goes. So I'm going to try to blend to that later. So, alright. I think that'll be good. I'm going to let that set up. And yeah, we'll move on to grinding the rest of this down and sealing it with some weld through primer. Alright, guys, so I've treated everything. I've grinded my edges, and now I'm ready for this right here. This is Spray Max 1K self-etch weld through primer. So I'm gonna hit this all around, get it in there real good, and then yeah, I'll be ready to put on a patch panel. So this ain't the prettiest, but it'll work. Just get it coated good. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit, and we'll be good to go. Alright, guys, so it's a good bit later, and I've made my first little patch panel. As you can see, it's not perfect. What I did was I had to take the skirt piece off this other side and measure it. Use that to create a template that I cut out of the metal. So there's my template. And then just fine tuning as I go, guys. And next step is to grind it a little bit, get it to fit a little bit better, and then weld it in. And we're just gonna have to piece it together. They make patch panels for the inner rocker tops, but not for this section. So, and of course there's rust on the other side too. So I'll update you guys in a few. Alright guys, after a bunch of trimming and fitting, I got this little piece fitting up pretty well. So now the only thing there is to do is tack this bad boy in, and then we'll work on the other piece. Alright guys, so I am not a welder, but I am using a MIG welder and it is not set up for this. I really need a TIG, but yeah, I am having to piece this whole thing together. So that's one piece, two piece, and now I got to put the filler piece right there with a bend. So I'm making this stuff just as I can, guys, by eye, you know, and I don't have a brake or any kind of pipe benders or anything to really use, so I'm just kind of getting creative. So all right, get your popcorn ready, because Whitley Auto Works is welding with a gasless MIG welder, guys. And it's not pretty, but it will work, and I know how to fiberglass. I am a painter. I am definitely no welder. I think I've welded maybe 3 or 4 different things in my life. Dad's helped me out with a lot of it. It's a skill I definitely got to get better at and learn, but you know, I'm a painter. It is what it is. Come for me in the comments if you want to. And I might be the only one showing it, but I know I am definitely not the only one doing stuff like this, because it is what it is. Sometimes you got to get the job done. This is my car. If it was somebody else's, by all means, I would have somebody else do it. But, you know, it's always great to learn on your own stuff, pick up a new trade. Like I said, I got to get better at welding, guys, but it is what it is. I can fiberglass it. I did actually use weld through primer. I sprayed all the backside of everything, and I will spray some cavity wax in there too to just keep it from rusting in the future. We're in North Carolina. We don't always get that bad weather, but you know, it's a good practice, and you know, by all means, have somebody do it that knows how to weld a lot better than me. So Alright guys, and now we've sealed it up with long strand fiberglass. I use this Evercoat Body Shop. You can get it at AutoZone or wherever else. So that's got it completely sealed up. Then we'll sand this down and we'll filler it and we'll smooth it out. Well guys, I was taking the side skirt off of this side to create a template and found more rust. So I'm going to dig this out just like I did the other side, and we're going to fix it. Might as well. So in some ways this side is way worse, in other ways not as bad. It didn't actually go past into the actual seam of the door or to the shut-in of the door, but it did eat through the pillar in the back right there. You can see a hole, you can see sunlight. So I'm gonna have to patch all of this. So it's gonna be a project, but time to tackle it. Alright, so I'm done cutting everything out. I'm gonna have to make a little triangle piece right here because it ate that out. I'm gonna have to make a little lip piece right here that goes down. That's what the side skirt bolts to, and that seals everything from getting water in it. And then I'll have to do a front cap. And in some ways this is easier, in other ways it's trickier, but it's just one of those things, time, patience, and we'll get it knocked out. So I'm gonna keep going and start cutting out some metal. It ain't pretty, but I'm getting it done piece by piece. Alright, so it ain't pretty, but it ain't going nowhere. Time for some fiberglass. Fiberglass my pinholes, and now we're ready for bodywork and paint. Alright guys, so now that we got it in fiberglass, the rest of the repair is pretty much standard for any bodywork repair. We've got it in a solid state now, so you're going to sand that fiberglass off. You might have to use a little bit of filler to give it a finer glaze to smooth it out, and you just prep it and get it ready for paint. On my next episode with this neon, we're going to be painting it, and I've got a really cool company I'm working with that's sending me out some awesome new paint guns to work with, so you're just going to have to stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you found this video informational today. What is your experience with welding? Drop it in the comments. I know, like I said, I am not a great welder by any means. I'm still learning, but that's kind of what this stuff is all about, guys. Picking up a new skill is really, really cool. And we're all the time learning together, so I'm sure some people are going to want to go off of me on the comments and tell me, you know, it looks like crap or whatever else, and that's fine, that's your opinion, you know, but like I said, I'm learning, and, you know, any welders are in the comments that want to give me some tips and tricks, you know, how to get a better job, especially with equipment like this. I know I need to upgrade to a TIG welder or something with a gas to shield everything, that way I can burn things and kind of regulate my heat and actually run passes. Like I said, that's all stuff I'm going to learn in the future with everything, but this is just kind of my intro to welding, and you guys are kind of coming along with it. So alright, well, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Like I said, I hope you found this informational to let you know what you're getting into if you decide to pick up welding and fixing your problem projects at home. And appreciate you for watching today. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one.